Hey guys, it's Marty and welcome to Two Line Slot Cars. This week is going to be a video about my favorite cars. Yeah, let's do a countdown video of my top 10 favorite slot cars right now. So I've been looking at my collection, and about a year ago, I did a video where I talked about the 5 cars that I wanted to buy that year. Because my collection really wasn't even big enough to do a top 5. I couldn't really have 5 favorite slot cars because all I had was 5 slot cars. So, but it's a year later, a few purchases later, a couple of generous gifts from some of my subscribers. Again, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Again, I still don't even know how to process that. But I thought I would take and separate my collection because I have analog, no magnet cars. I have digital Carrera cars. And so I pulled the Carrera cars out because it's not that I don't love those cars. It's just I don't think they fit in this countdown. So I started counting up my collection, and I discovered that I am north of 30 slot cars now. Which is kind of crazy to think about. So I thought, let's put them in order by lap times to give me an idea of how cars lay out. So I took all my analog cars, my no magnet analog cars, and I lined them up based on lap times. And then I realized that just because it might be the fastest car on my track doesn't necessarily mean it's my favorite car, right? So, I'm going to talk about each car as I go through the countdown, and we're going to start with car number 10 and work our way to car number 1. But I'm going to give you a little bit of history about the car, how I acquired it, just kind of fill in a little backstory, tell you why this car is in my top 10. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't like car number 11 or car number 17, because that's how many analog, actually I have 18 now. The collection has grown by 1. So I have 18 no magnet analog cars. And so I thought that might be a little too long of a video. So I'm going to give you my top 10. And we're going to break that into 2 videos. Sound like a plan? Let's get to it. So coming in at number 10 on this list is my Revo slot Ferrari 333 SP. It was my very first Revo slot car. I purchased this car to race at Bruce Yeoman, his home track. He had a home track race, invited some guys in, and they raced Revo slots and they raced Trans Am cars. And so this was my purchase to race in that. And on the very first night, I lost the fender cover. It's somewhere, I think, in Bruce's front yard. So this was my first Revo slot, my first experience with the Revo slot. I finished 6th in that race that night with this car. Got it that day. Got it when I showed up. Tuned the car, raced it, and it performed really well. This car, its time is an 8773. So this car runs an 8773. It is a fantastic car. I really enjoy it. Car number 9 in the countdown is the MR slot car Ferrari 333 SP. Yes, back-to-back Ferraris to open up the top 10. This car, let's take a look at it close up. This car is really sharp. It's the Olive Garden livery. This car was given to me by my friend Raul. Raul sent this a few months, actually, probably about 6 months ago or more. And this car just keeps getting faster and faster. I got it tuned up. It's really running great. It runs an 8565 on my layout. Yes, an 8565. That is the MR slot car, Olive Garden livery, Ferrari 333 SP. That's right, Massimo. Opening up the countdown with 2 Ferraris. Car number 8 on my list is the Thunder slot Mustang GT350. Let's see. Let's take a look at this car. the Mustang GT350. This is a fantastic car. It really performs well on my track. It was one of my first, like, kind of all on my own tuning projects, and I'm pretty proud of how well it runs. It runs an 8519 on my track, but I've had to do some repair to it. I broke the body posts on both sides in the back, and I'm not sure how that happened, but man, this is just such a great looking car. Let's all gaze at that. That's Thunder Slot, super smooth, runs great. Really, really love this car, and that is the Thunder Slot Mustang GT350, coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is the sideways Nissan GTR in the Pennzoil livery. Yeah, let's take a look. This is a great car. This car is my second sideways car. The BMW M1 was my first purchase. That car runs okay. This car, it flat out screams. It runs an 8325 on my track. Really, really pleased. It's a fun driver. It's a little noisy, which I feel like sideways cars have a little bit of noise, but I bought this mainly because I love the livery, and I just didn't want to see it disappear before I had my chance to pick one of these up. So I didn't really need it. I already had a Group 5 car in the M1, but this is my Group 5 car to race now because this car is quick, and that is the Nissan GTR. And coming in at number 6 is the Revo Slot Porsche 911 GT3. This car, I love this livery. This Repsol livery, the day-night livery. It is great. Now, this car, it's definitely not my fastest car. It's super smooth. It's quick, but it's not like fast. And I just feel like the Revo Slots, they're a little heavy with the all aluminum chassis, and they're just not as fast as some of the other cars. But man, they're a fun drive. So the Porsche 911 GT3 runs an 8710 on my layout, and but man, it just looks good doing it. I bought this car mainly because my friend Dave Slot R, he picked one up and it got around his track pretty quick. I think we bought them the same week, and I got this from Cincy Slots. Bruce hooked me up when he got those in, and one night when we were down there racing, I just had to come home with it. So, and there you have it, guys. That is 10 through 6. The countdown will continue. So, guys, I hope you like this kind of content. This is something a little different, kind of sharing my collection with you and what cars that I really enjoy. I'm not telling you like what a car is good or bad. I'm just kind of giving you my lap times. I know that doesn't really mean a lot because it's on my layout, but I think that the lap times really kind of help you understand the differentiator between these cars. You know, some cars are super fast. Some cars are a little slower, but maybe drive a little better. Some cars I just love to drive because I love to look at them. They're a lot of fun, but they're not great performers. So this list is really just about what I'm enjoying in my slot car collection. And right now I'm running a bunch of analog laps with no magnets because I'm just really enjoying that. It's making me a better driver. So yeah, there you go. That's my 10 through 6 in my top 10 countdown of my favorite cars that I own right now on this date in 2023. So if you like this kind of content, if you want to see more videos like this, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell so you get notified anytime I put out some new videos. And I'll follow this up with 5 through 1 here in a couple days. And so I hope you enjoy it. Guys, thanks. I really love what's happening in the community around two-line slot cars, and it's all because of you guys. So, guys, keep it up. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and go have some fun racing.